Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming to you from a new location this week. Some pretty big challenges going on I'm going to jump into, and I'll also share with you where I'm at, someplace completely new. But the big challenges this week, we decided to up our ad spend. We decided to add another 15K to ad spend, expecting to get more people at this month's event, set more people financially free through real estate. Super excited about it. We got all pumped up. Our conversion was better on the funnel. Our conversion on the webinar was better. We offered people more stuff. It was awesome all the way around, except our CPL, the amount that we spent cost per lead, went up by about 50%. It went from $10 to $15. Now that might not sound like that big of a difference. We spent 15K more in ad spend, and we ended up with the same amount of people coming to the event. Super frustrating when you look at it that way, because we're not break even up front. We lose money on the ads and we make money when we sell the mastermind. We were hoping to get more people in, helping help more people, and just super frustrating. Like, that is really tough. This week, the other thing that I dealt with is just motivation, and like my to-do list on Monday had over 100 things on it, and I was sick. And when you're sick, you don't feel like doing anything. Sorry, it's kind of noisy out here due to the train. I'm gonna go inside. But pushing through that, the book that I'm reading right now, I'm rereading Tim Ferriss's Tools of the Titans. And one of the things that he talks about right in the beginning that I think is super amazing is focusing on having a 2-hour work block and only work on one project for that 2 hours. And I used to do that when I started, but I got away from it. So this week I just started that. I took 5 easy things off my to-do list, and I put those in for 3 to 4 in the afternoon. And then in the morning, spending 2 hours just working on one big project. I actually got a lot done while being sick. I was able to sleep and get through it. So that was good. Still super frustrated on the CPL issue. The overarching theme of this week, though, is that things come to people who take action and are active in the arena. You might have heard, it was a Theodore Roosevelt speech, the man in the arena. And that's what came up this week. The big win for the week. I've been thinking about moving to Tahoe or Colorado, back to the mountains. And it all got sparked from this place I looked at when I was living in Reno. I was looking at places up in Tahoe, and there was this place that was gorgeous. I will actually share some pictures of it coming up. But I really wanted to move there, and it wasn't available for rent for the time that I wanted, and it was also $4,000 a month. Which is outside of my budget. This week, this is where like taking action on the CPL, taking action, putting ads out. We needed to do that. We needed to test. And I'm confident that we will come out on the positive side of that. Like, you learn from doing. So house in the mountains. I started following up. I have a spreadsheet of all the places that I wanted to rent. The lady that owns this place was on there. I thought, you know what? I'll just send her a text and see what happens. And she got back to me and she said, my long-term renters are moving out. You followed up with me for a little while now, for a couple years. I know that you'd be a good tenant. Let's figure something out. And we ended up signing a lease on it yesterday. So she was willing to work with me for my dates. Sorry, I've got lights all over me. I'll explain where I am here in a minute too. Anyway, she was willing to work with me on my dates. She was willing to come down on her price a little bit. And we were able to make that happen, which is a super huge win. I was super frustrated about it for like the last 3 weeks. Like, I have a spreadsheet with, 15 or 20 places on it. I'm calling people, I'm following up. I had a conversation this week with somebody with a studio in Vail, 400 square feet, $3,500 a month. And I was like, I really want to move back there. I really like this place, but do I really want to spend that? Like, that takes a huge chunk out of my income. But now it worked out. So the other piece with the man in the arena, like the CPL ads, like I think about all the growth that we have had inside of Home Invest. And a lot of times it's not from the planning of the thing. This is the big takeaway. And I know this mentally, but actually taking actions on it. We know that we need to do something. We tend to plan, we tend to write things down, we think about it, but nothing really happens there. Where the things happen are when you actually sit down and you do the thing. So I am at the woman that I'm dating, my girlfriend's house, and she has a kid. That's new for me. I never thought I wanted to have a kid. I still don't know if I want to. She knows this. We've talked about it, but at least I'm thinking about it, and being in the relationship is completely different than thinking about it being outside of it. So the victory goes to the man in the arena, because the man in the arena learns through doing. That's my lesson for the week. Those are the things that are going on. We'll see how the event is next week. We have our last webinar for it today. From everything we've seen, we're going to end up with the same or slightly fewer people in the event. But we learn from doing. I'll update you next week. Wishing you guys an awesome week, and I will see you soon.